Welcome to Deep Thought, breaking out of apathy. And I'm going to give a shout out to someone who inspired this podcast, Devin Givens, who wanted to know how to break out of apathy. Well, first, understand how you get there. Usually, when somebody becomes apathetic, they go through, life really isn't going well for them. And instead of, usually people, they'll get real depressed or as a response, or they work hard to get out of it. But then some people just say, you know what, this is it. It is what it is. Fuck it. So they become apathetic. They don't care. They like, hey, this is it. A lot of people get there. A lot of people, they get in a certain circumstance, and it's not, they were like on a deep level to get out of it, but they don't know how. They see themselves as stuck. They can't really project themselves into the future. And it's a bad thing, because imagine just being in a situation you just stuck, and you just like, I don't care. Or seeing stuff happening in the world, and it's like, I don't care. Think about it. It's crazy. And I've seen it. And I might have experienced it just to see what it was like a few times in life. Never long, though, because, man, as someone in a backhanded compliment said to me one time, Rom, you always scheming. You always got a plan. I used to have people come up to me and say, Rom, I don't know what you're planning right now, but I want in. Seriously. So I never get apathetic. I'm always problem solving. But every now and then, once, I think the last time was, I don't know, probably in 2006. I was just like, man, I don't care, whatever. But the key is, how do you break out of it? One thing, understand something. Whatever your situation is, whatever your circumstance, it's not forever. It's not forever. Like, even if you had something going on with your body, it's possible to heal your body. Because you get a new body every 7 years. Because of cells dying and cells being born. Now, it might take a while. But even if you're sick or something, you can do the work to change it. A lot of people have an attitude like maybe cancer. Something like that. There's been a lot of people who've beaten it just because of their attitude. Everything changes. Nothing is the same. Now, if you in an apathetic place because of something man-made, because of some actions done that you are affected by, even done to you deliberately by a human being, that means you can get out of it. See, that's the first thing you have to understand. How to break out of apathy. One, understand that you have control over your life. That's the first thing. You have control over your life. Now, stuff will happen to you. The job you're working on, that can go out of business. They can fire you for reasons real or imagined. You can get in trouble. You can have a breakup. And you could say to yourself, oh, this stuff happened to me. But no, you have control over how you respond to it. For example, a breakup. Someone can break up with you and you can become real depressed and apathetic and sit back and like, oh, I'll never find love again. Or you could say, okay, let me learn from this. I'm going to write a book about this. Then all of a sudden, you not only rich, but you find your true love because your true love happened to buy the book. You see how that works? So breaking out of apathy first is understanding that you're the agent of your own life. You're in control of your own life. You're not stuck anywhere. There's no law of nature that says you have to be poor. Law of nature says you have to be sick. That you just can take this. Everything in life can always change. If you got, like I say, if you sick, shoot. If you can't afford like some major doctor, there's always holistic stuff. It takes a bit longer. There are all these lifestyle changes. And just as an aside, maybe I need to do a video on this. A lot of stuff can be healed just with a lifestyle change. If you have diabetes or high blood pressure, you might have to cut back on some sugar, and you might have to look at anything in your life causing you stress. You might have to kill it. But breaking out of apathy, you're the agent of it. And then understand that each day, this is a general thing, each day the possibility exists for a change. Everything I'm doing now, I can trace everything I'm doing now really to maybe a few instances here and there in life. Everything I'm doing now, I can, like single moments where I decided. There was a moment I decided to write a self-development book for men. That was a change. That has brought me so much. There was a moment where, I decided to choose someone for my wife. That was a moment because it led to a lot of stuff. There was a moment that's based on both choosing to write the book I did and choosing who I did for a wife that led to me getting to know somebody who led me to a moment that led to this, because it was a sequence of events that got me to the point where I'm podcasting now. But this person I would not have known if it wasn't through my co-parent. And then I wouldn't have had a base to know this person that really did something for me to get me to this point if I hadn't had a book. And my point with that, all of that, is this. It takes a single moment. It takes a single choice. So not only you have agency over whether to get out of apathy, but you have to make the choice. You have to pick the choice like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And it's not a magic thing where you just do a Thanos snap. Or for those, in-game spoilers coming up now, a Hulk snap or an Iron Man snap. No, in spoilers. No. It's not a simple thing like that. It's making the choice. Because once you make the choice to say, look, I'm not going to live this apathetic. I'm making a choice. That's when things start opening up, because they then have an agency. Once you make that choice, then you start making steps towards doing something. You might be apathetic. Like, here's something small you could do. Say you're in an apathetic state. Change your routine up. Very small. Change your routine. Go to work a different way. You might see something. Do something totally different. Break your routine that day. Just that day. Just break your routine. You might see something different. It might give you something exciting. You might go to work you might go a different work and a different way to work that day, and then you see something that's had always interested you, but you wouldn't have seen if you didn't change. Like, you might see something, they have a job opening at a comic book shop. You always had an interest in comic books. You collect comics. You just never been to that shop. And you didn't even know it was there, but then they also have a job opening, and it's like, well, wait a minute, they're paying the same thing. You talk to them, it was like, boom, you click, you know something, boom. Already your life is going in a different direction. You see what I'm saying? Or you could see anything. You might see a new restaurant. Got some interesting food. You eat it, it makes you feel good. It could be a new health food. You could be not feeling well and they got a health food store. It's like, wait, I didn't know this was here. Just by changing your routine. Now, I'm thinking about it. That's some powerful stuff. Change something. You got agency, you got choice. You make the move. You can change something. It's a small step. Change your routine in the morning. Shoot, stop watching those dumb shows and do something. You can, here's the bottom line. You have agency. You have choice. You can make a move towards that choice. Change something. Change your routine. That's how powerful it is. If you change your routine just a little bit, stuff will open up. Stuff will open up. Going back to what I said about writing a book for men. Actually, it was a single moment. It was a person asking about it. That's when the thought first part. This dude said, hey, you got anything for men? We need something too. And this dude, I don't know where he is. Shoot, he might read my book and not like it. But all he did was put a single moment thought. It was like, oh, wait, maybe I should do something for men. Boom. Be open to somebody saying something different. be open to listen. But any moment, if you want to break out of it, the main thing is just make that choice to break out. Change stuff up. Understand you got the power to change, and be open for what can come. That's it. It's not magic. And I know you had a lot of stuff that got you there. That's why you just look, take it one step at a time. It's not gonna be a snap and it happens all of a sudden. It could be a few months, a few years, whatever. But go in that different direction. So something is always something to think about. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and many blessings.